Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Brittany and I talk all things beauty here on my channel. And in today's video, I thought that I would look through my collection and I can only pick 10 palettes to keep, like my top 10 palettes. So if someone came in here and was like, Brittany, you can only keep 10 palettes, go pick them out. These are the 10 that I would have to pick. So if you like eyeshadow palettes, if you like fun ranking videos like this, then please stick around and also subscribe. I would appreciate it so much. So let's just jump into it because this was not easy. So number 10 goes to the Nomad Cosmetics. This is the brand new Hudson Valley palette. Look at this packaging. Look how pretty and fall it is. Oh, I love fall makeup. That's why I had to keep this palette. Look at that. You don't get any more fall-esque than this palette. It is straight up incredible. I love the mix of the warms with the cools, and you get these three nice shimmers right down the middle. Every look that I do with this palette, I love it so much, and I also really do love Nomad. It's just such an experience. I love the packaging and everything about it, so definitely she's sticking around. I can't let this one go. Number 9 is from Simply Posh Cosmetics, and this is the Fairy Tale Fairies palette. This palette is so special and unique to my collection. This is like fairy vibes. Look how pretty these pastels are and these grungy tones down here, and look at all these incredible shimmers. This was my first palette from the brand and it blew me away. I really do love how sparkly and how soft these shimmers are. And I'm not much of a pastel person, but I love using these pastels, probably because these grungy tones down here help me, like, I don't know, tie it all together. There's just something about this palette that I just freaking love. It is just so special. I love the color story, just everything about this palette I can't get enough of. So I can't let her go. She's got to stay. So coming in at number 8, this one is from Glaminatrix, and this is the, let's see, what are you called? Nearly Natural palette. Oh my gosh, this is a neutral lover's dream, okay? A lot of palettes can be too warm, too cool, too pink, too this, too that. This is just perfect. And I love, like, you get these fun pops of green, you get some pinky tones, you get some neutral tones, you get everything. Some champagne, some golds, some smoky silvers. This is just the perfect everyday palette, and I use this all the time. So definitely, and like the sparkles and these shimmers are so pretty. This is just such an amazing formula. First palette from the brand. It is so beautiful. I cannot live without this palette because it is so special and such a staple in my collection. So definitely I can't live without this palette. I can't do it. Coming in at number 7, this is from Give Me Glow Cosmetics. This is the Night Life Coral palette. I do have a single in here called Xenon, and she's staying because she's already in this palette, but this does not normally come with this palette. I just added it in there because the shade came broken, repressed it, all that good stuff, but normally there's a pink shade in here. Anyways, I love this palette so much. These shimmers are so sparkly and beautiful, and the matte, it's a different formula. They're kind of dry, but not in a bad way. They're so nice. They blend easy. And I love this palette because I love an orange coral peachy blush, and I use these shades for blushes all the time. I love it so much for that reason. In particular, I literally go into this a few times a week. I'll mix it with my Lunar Beauty blush palette that I'm obsessed with. So it's such a staple in my collection because I reach for it all of the time. And something else, I love that it's magnetic. I love how big and round these shadows are. You can dip like a face brush and they're so easy. Use them as highlighters, blushes. I love this palette. I love the formula, love the packaging, everything about it. She's staying in my collection. Coming in at number 6, this is from Adept Cosmetics. I have so many palettes from the brand, and it's so funny because I started this year out with 0 from them, and I fell in love and I collected them all. But this is the House of L. So normally if someone was in here, they're like, you can only keep 10 palettes. It would be like my natural instinct to just grab all of my Adept palettes and go, you know. But for the sake of the video, I allowed myself to only pick 2 Adept palettes, and the first one is the House of L. This palette is stunning, and they actually brought it back for like a short period of time, and I'm so happy because y'all, This palette's incredible. It is so sparkly. That's what, honestly, like, that's what I love about this palette. And yes, it may seem intimidating, these tones. 9 times out of 10, I don't reach for these mattes. I will pop into the shimmers with a different palette just for like the sparkly goodness. But also, I love these mattes. They are perfect. I'll make some neutral tones in here for me because I'm a neutral girl at heart. But also, I love these 2 shades as blush. I love an orange blush. So this palette, just all around, it steals my heart. This shade right here, I don't know how to pronounce this. This one right here is a beautiful multi-chrome. It's like green and gold and red. These shades are so special, and it's just one of my favorite palettes in my collection. I would literally have to grab this before I leave my house if I could only pick 10 palettes. Coming in at number 5. This one is from Fantasy Cosmetica. This is the Druid palette. Oh my goodness, do I love this palette so much. It's just like a grungy green girls loving a fantasy. These tones are so unique, and the shimmers are so sparkly and shifty. I love it. And now I own all 3 palettes from the brand. But this is just like my tried and true. I reach for it all the time. It's such a unique palette, and I love the brand as well. It's very affordable. It's only $30 something, and I do have a code with Fantasy Cosmetica. It is an affiliate code. You can use Brittany Ray to save, so that's such an honor. And also with the Depth, same thing, affiliate code Brittany Ray. So like my 2 top favorite eyeshadow brands I have a code with, and it's just so special to me. But this palette, oh, they're so good and grungy, and I love it so much. At number 4, this is from Natasha Denona. I don't know if this is still available. Probably not. It goes back and forth. This is the gold palette. I just love this so much. I'm not going to talk about it too long just in case you can't get it anymore. But I couldn't do this video without mentioning this palette because I love these browns with the golds and the pops of teal green. I just love it so much. Hopefully she will make a midi size. Please, like, I've been begging, please do that. Coming in at number 3, this is from Pat McGrath Labs. This is a Utopian Dream palette. Look at this packaging. This was my first mothership from the brand. I could not afford Pat McGrath forever because she's like cost an arm and leg. And my husband surprised me and got me this palette, and it just stole my heart. It is just so beautiful. I understand the hype of Pat McGrath now after having this palette, but let me just say, all her palettes are not the same. No, they are not. Something about these Astral Blitz are so unique, special. This is so shifty. These 2 are so sparkly. I love this gold. It wouldn't be a Pat McGrath palette without the gold and the pink. Just such a staple palette. I love it so much, and it's extra special because it was my first one from Pat McGrath, so it's just got a special place in my heart. Coming in at number 2, it is from Sydney Grace. This is a Tiny Marvels palette in collaboration with Mel Thompson. Who does not love this palette? The formula is exceptional. These mattes blend just like a Natasha Denona, so just effortless, you know, just super easy. And these shimmers are so metallic, high shine, stunning formula. I need more from her brand because I love this so much. But these mattes in here are so unique. They're not just like redundant in my collection. I love the tones, the undertones. I love it so much. I know I've said that a million times, but I can't help it because these are my favorite palettes in my collection. Just something about this palette. It's near and dear to my heart. So definitely, like, I would definitely have to grab this palette. It is so special. Coming in at number 1, I don't know if y'all guessed it. This is the Heather Austin palette from Adept Cosmetics. This is what started my love for not only Adept, but for indie brands in general. So this is extra special. Shifty, sparkly, yummy. These shimmers are incredible. Like, this palette, if I could only recommend one palette in this whole video, it is this one. It's very beautiful, near and dear. Love the mattes. Such a bomb formula in my opinion. But anyways, guys, that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments down below, what are some of your favorite palettes that you could not live without? Like your top 10, you would just grab them and go. If you're still here, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed. But that's going to do it for me, wherever you are in the world. I hope you're doing well. I hope that you are healthy, happy, and safe. Stay beautiful. Bye, guys.